Today we are honoring the fallen soldiers of wars in the past. People who have given their life to support the world that we live in. They have done more than most of us have because they chose to put themselves in harm's way and actually were harmed. And so on this day of Memorial Day weekend, we honor them and remember them. At the same time, we realize that there are also other people who have fallen quite recently, children, teachers, who in Uvalde have died. And I would like to make a case for us to come to healing. I would like to make a case that the reason we are not doing anything is that we as a country are divided and see the world so much from our own perspective that it is impossible for us to agree on what a solution might be to this epidemic of violence in our country. As most of you know, we are one of the very, well, maybe the only country that has this exact set of circumstances. 400 million guns in the country, no way to control what's going on, and no way to get to solution. We are just a few people here. But I think if we can start to have some deeper understanding of the nature of this, then maybe we can move on, explore. We have several groups in this country. Several groups that see the world so radically differently. It's as though one group wore blue glasses and one group wore red glasses, one group had green glasses. And they see the world with that tent. And so when we talk to each other, we don't feel heard because the other group is looking through a different set of lenses and everything we say sounds ridiculous to them. So you have this, essentially this group of people who see the world in which more guns make more sense. That 400 million is not enough. That everyone should be armed and then no one would be in danger. That this is a righteous, God-given duty over here. And then we have the materialistic kind of point of view that basically says, it's really all about money, it's about, what I can do, what I can make of this world. There's no sense of honor and that sort of thing. It's really kind of like about the accomplishments. Taken to the extreme, it becomes abusive practices in business. It's about success. It's about winning at all cost. And then you have the group over here that says, actually, everybody's important. Everybody's cultural values are equal. None are better than others. And everybody who thinks differently than us is is less developed than we are. And they're just historical anachronisms about to be erased with the progress of history. Children are dying here in part because we're in a culture war, and they are the victims, they are the fallen in this culture war. We need to move from superstition to materialism to universalism. We need to move to a state of understanding that realize every one of these states of perception is necessary in its time and its place. All need to be respected. All need to be understood. And we need to do it in such a way that we can hear the other. Therefore, we can speak to the other. Therefore, we can act together to do something to save our world. Until we begin to grow beyond our particular group to a level of awareness that allows us to see everyone's value in time and in this time. Unless we raise our consciousness, which is that there is something more we can accomplish in our lives, unless we do that, we cannot be the beacon on the hill. We cannot be the light of the world or the salt of the earth. We fail to become what we can be. So in particular, I think this idea of understanding the value of each person, fundamental. If we do that, I think we're on our way. Secondly, I think it's really important for us to raise our own vibration, which means we may have to dial it back on the TV. You might have seen too much of it. So maybe we need to dial back the amount of input that comes that brings traumatic feelings to your body and your mind. The psychologist that was talking to me about trauma said the important thing is to move and to sing. In other words, to move the energy out of the body through activity. So when an event happens like last week, move, speak, congregate, dance, do yoga, something, garden, get it out of the body. Third thing, we must contemplate higher vibratory states through meditation, through prayer, through intention, to rise ourselves above where we are right now, to come higher and to stay there. If you go through the world at the level of the world will not be lifted. Be ye in the world, but not of it. You may feel the pain, but do not make that your mantra. To hold a visualization of the world as we would like it to be. And then where there are possibilities to take action, should it be writing to a congressman or a senator? Should it be speaking to a neighbor? Should it be crossing over and talking to somebody you never thought you would want to talk to? Let's do that. And let's see if we can be the change we wish to see.